back. Welcome to Happy Life Results Book Group.
Hey.
So we're going to talk about pain points and how some studies say that the brain is more motivated by avoiding pain than it is for seeking pleasure. So what does that mean? Translate that in your own words.
And what's interesting there is in the study, what they did is they tested people to see what people do, and we know that the traditional approach is to use pain points. So it wasn't really telling you what your brain is motivated by.
Yeah.
It was telling you, how do people normally behave?
Yeah, what is the lens they use?
Yeah, so if you're trying to get someone to take, and the studies were based on really short-term actions, something, are they going to pick this or pick that? It was not, are they going to lose 20 pounds and accomplish something that takes a long-term, repetitive, like over a course of transformation time period. They're talking about really short. So then they take the result of that study and say, yeah, the brain is motivated more by avoiding pain than going towards benefit because of this really short, very limited test.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. So in the study, like, people would choose or not choose things based on how much pain they were going to avoid.
Well, yeah, what they did, and we can talk about it more in detail another time, but what they did is they took the exact same options, the same percentages,
and
in one sense they worded it as you'll get the chance to get a benefit if you pick, and in another chance you'll avoid the pain if you pick, and the people would pick the one that they thought was avoiding the pain, even though they were getting the same thing. The numbers were exactly the same, it was just how it was worded. And if it was worded to avoid the pain, they picked it, versus if it was worded to get a benefit.
There we go, yes.
So, yeah.
So then if we're talking about in life, if you're trying to get motivated to do something, in your mind, what are you thinking? Are you thinking, I'm going to avoid the pain if I do this thing, or I'm going to get this great benefit? And so a lot of times people are just in the habit of thinking of the pain. So whatever it is you want to do, whatever change that you want to have in your life, let's say you want to lose the weight, then you think about all of these negative things that would happen if you don't lose the weight, and that's using pain point pressure. But if you instead think about all of the great things that you'll have by losing the weight, then that's more of the approach, a more positive approach, but it's still relying on the external environment.
It's still waiting until the end to feel good.
It's waiting until the end to feel good, but even if it's relying on your external environment, the conditions of your environment to provide the feeling.
Yeah.
And then if it's waiting until the end, then that one it's so much less likely that you're going to that will keep motivating you.
And I think that's the downside people think of focusing on a benefit, is that they feel like it doesn't work because it's too easy to give up.
Yeah.
Because you don't see it yet.
And also, if you're the one delivering the benefits, then why are you waiting to deliver them until you've reached your goal? Why not deliver them right now? Because if you can do it then, you can do it now. It's in your power now. So sometimes motivating yourself is less effective. So people will hire a trainer or a coach, or they will set up some kind of structure where they've paid for something, and then that's the motivation. But what's interesting is whatever they do at the beginning, if it can become sustainable, then they'll start using happy power. Then they'll start using something else that motivates them long term. And so that's what we want to help you do, is to get through that initial stage of the motivation and the change, and give you some tools and boosts to get you going. And then once you get going, then it just is self-sustaining. And
some of you, maybe you love self-improvement, and you're just you're already there. You're like, I don't know what you're talking about. This is great. I love thinking about new ways of doing things. I love looking at ways to improve myself. This is awesome.
Yeah.
And so you're already there. It's we're more talking about if someone's approaching this from the pain point, because that's so common.
Yeah.
And yeah. So
that was good. I'm glad you shared that.
Okay.
That was good. Because I wasn't one of those. I was a kicking and screaming type.
Like, oh, and realize that if you're really changing the way you view things and you're changing your approach to everything, you're doing a lot of work upstairs,
Yeah.
actual physical rewiring of things, and it takes energy.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't, it takes energy, and if you don't feel like it's worthwhile or enjoyable, if it's funny, if you feel like you're enjoying it, it doesn't matter how much energy it takes. That's what we're trying to get to.
You're not
right?
even keeping track.
Yeah, you don't keep track. If you're having fun, you're enjoying it. You don't look at the clock. You don't, oh, am I tired yet or stuff like that.
Yeah, you just go.
It's when you feel like you're working that you're, keeping track of how much it's taking and is it getting me closer and all of those kind of things. But like we discussed with the marshmallow experiment, even ruling out steps that don't work is getting you closer to the steps that do. So if you're trying to keep track, oh, well, I took these steps and it didn't get me closer to the goal, so it's not working, it's not worth it, and you stop, that's because you felt like it was work and you're approaching it as, if I don't see benefit, then I give it up.
Yeah.
But if you take that kindergarten approach of, I'm experimenting until I get there, then you'll make it.
Yes. And we're trying to make it as easy as possible. So in these next few videos, we're doing a little bit more repetition and like sharing with you ideas and experiences that build on what we've just shared. So we're trying to make it be not so daunting, not so overwhelming. So give us feedback how you think it's going. And if you want to go faster, then read ahead. Watch the videos on double speed. Go.
I can't imagine you on double speed. Your voice.
I know.
Mine was to be fine because I can speak kind of slow and a little bit monotone. So. Okay.
Okay, take care, guys.
See you tomorrow.